Here's Johnny. Thank you. Oh my God. Where do I start? Anyway, though, hello there. Hey, hi, everybody, social media family. Being as you are among yourselves, persons to be possibly considered, and like say, or how you say, from subscribers to visitors alike, of any who are or is supposed to be affiliated or associated with and are representing my own particular YouTube social media channel and our chat room or comment section. Yes, how you all doing? Hopefully all's well that ends well. You know, with you and yours, your family members and friends, and with me and mine for that matter. Then, you know, I have yet to get back to much more familiar territory for that of some such a given moment in time, if you know what I mean. Between lines, fill in the blanks, and compared on to where I myself am presently located, you know, with what few personal effects, belongings, or possessions, you know, so far as my merchandise, being of which would, assist me, or to use a more, yes, much more familiar word, help me in my daily and or nightly personal survival of an existence, especially where I'm at now. You know, if you know what I mean, read between lines, fill in blanks. Yes. And as it is for that being of unfortunately one of the less preferred vicinity areas for a neighborhood community. Being a one that is, do I have to spell it out for you? Quite impoverished, as in poverty stricken, and not to mention equally as well, or possibly that much more crime ridden. Can you all hear me regardless? Some dickhead prick. Yeah, sorry about that. Hopefully I get the full Monty of the broadcast. Hold up. Because whenever that happens, the interruption, I lose the majority of most of my broadcast. But that is something such a where was I? And with some obnoxious person having taken the liberty to prove oneself to have become a yes, as he has typically caused me problems for the longest, regarding this local drug pushing moonlighting as a package stealing, parcel package stealer. You know, the very same one with his rather gay like homoish faggoty self, representing less manhood than a much more familiar faggot cocksucker. Not that I'm homo bashing, but I think you all get the general idea of what I'm trying to say. And where it's this lunatic maniac, sicko, psycho, creeping weirdo, well, he himself is more of a creeping and weirdo than a lunatic maniac or sicko psycho. He knows how far he can go with that nonsense on his part. But then he started up again last night with his loud music playing. And I suspect that not just worse, but worse of all, he'd be trespassing my premises and properties. Whether it would be bad enough if he were to do that when I'm gone from the building, trying to take care of some personal business matter for my own survival, then to think that he could possibly worse than that, be trespassing my premises, property, place of residence when I'm here, trying to get my rest, as he could have caused me to lose sleep with his late night evening illegal criminal drug pushing activities, among other stuff that he does to attempt to make my life a living damn hell, threaten my life for the longest, as well as he would go about, or all the while he would be in the process of attempting to make me lose my marbles or attempt to drive me completely bonkers. Now, I wanted to say shithead, piece of shit, motherfucker, but I'm supposed to be trying to get right with God, regardless of how this dickhead prick is still going at it, assuming that he has a legit personal vendetta or grudge match against my person. I never have done anything to him or said anything to him. with the exception of complaint to the management of the building or real estate administrative representative personnel, about his late night violations of his apartment room lease was, his late night violation of the apartment room lease agreement was be bad enough if you violate some such during the daylight hours, and not to mention equal as well, or possibly that much more, have to dial the emergency number 911 for police assistance, to call the police upon him, to simply say whenever he threatens my life. Anyway, I may just have to do a remake of this here social media broadcast, the present video content, because every time there's an interruption in the broadcast or electronic frequency transmissions, I lose not just half, but more than half, as in the majority of most the video content for a social media broadcast. So I may just close out and start over again. Anyway, though, if you have not gotten Christ as your personal Lord and Savior, I will hope that you would think to do so now while the blood is still running warm in your veins, by recognizing